After the downfall of Syria's regime, the dawn of a new reality. Hopes for peace, but there is much peril here, following more than 13 years of civil war. External powers also at play, with Russia and Iran core backers of the ousted president, doubtless left reeling and regrouping. Western leaders watch from the sidelines.
As we all turn to the question of what comes next, the United States will work with our partners and the stakeholders in Syria to help them seize an opportunity to manage the risks.
It is important now that we stabilise, that we reject violence and terrorism, and that we all work towards a political solution to this, a political settlement for the future of Syria and, of course, for the region.
Much will hinge on this man, Abu Muhammad al-Jolani. He's the leader of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, the main rebel group that took Damascus. Once linked to al-Qaeda, now presenting itself as a less radical, more unifying force. In a sign of the changing times, a former British spy chief even says the UK should reconsider its labelling of HTS as a terrorist group.
Abu Muhammad al-Jolani, the leader, has made great efforts over the last 10 years to distance himself from those terrorist groups. And certainly the actions we've seen of Tahrir al-Sham over the last 2 weeks has been those of a liberation movement, not of a terrorist organization.
Next door, Israel isn't taking any chances. Its Prime Minister visiting the Golan Heights, where he says his troops have temporarily seized a buffer zone that's been in place since 1974, with Israeli soldiers still on the ground inside Syria.
This is a historic day for the Middle East. The collapse of the Assad regime, the tyranny in Damascus offers great opportunity, but also is fraught with significant dangers.
Any security vacuum could lead to a resurgence of Islamic State. US-backed Kurdish forces in the northeast of Syria played a key part in their demise. Yet these Kurdish fighters are now under pressure from neighbouring Turkey, which supports some of the other rebel groups. The conflict in Syria, like much of the Middle East, is complex, interconnected, and very hard to control. Deborah Haynes, Sky News.